Hi everyone, it's Richard at Altfins with another daily altcoin update. Today is a positive day in the market, as you can see on our screener. Things have bounced off of some critical levels. You know, we were approaching some critical levels for some of the majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin approached 41,000 again, close to that 40,000 support level. Ethereum got back again to that 3,000 level, but there is some glimpse of hope, and I'll explain why. Looks like we are bouncing off of a little higher high than last time, right? The low was here. As you can see, there's the December 4th flash crash. We are bouncing off of a higher level, so we're making a higher low potentially here, which would be a positive. As you can see, you can remember perhaps, a trend is characterized by higher highs and higher lows. Well, certainly so far in the last few months from Bitcoin and Ethereum, we've seen the opposite. We've seen lower highs and a series of lower lows. But perhaps we are now starting to go into a sideways action, which would be a break from that pattern, or a break from that trend. It is early. It's definitely early, so let's not get our hopes up yet. But it is some positive sort of silver lining here. On Ethereum, similarly, we're bouncing off of, in the last pullback, we went and dipped below 3,000. On this pullback, we are bouncing at a slightly higher level. We didn't dip under 3,000, which is really a critical support level. It would be really positive to see if the price now moved up above the 3,500 resistance area. We can see that in the curated chart as well, that if we get above the 3,500 resistance area, not only is that a 200-day moving average, which in itself, a crossover above the 200-day moving average is very bullish, generally speaking, in terms of trend indications, but also we would make a higher high, right? Here is the last upswing, got us very close to 3,500. It got rejected. We've come back down now, and now we're bouncing up again. If we cross above that 3,500 level, we will have crossed a couple of very important resistance areas, the horizontal resistance of 3,500, but also the 200-day moving average, and we will have made a higher high, which is again a prerequisite for an uptrend. And so that could be an indication of a higher high, higher low, could be an indication of a trend reversal. So it's early, but there's definitely a glimpse of hope here. In some other cases where the trend has been up throughout this market correction, right? Stick to those names. Continue to stick to those names. You can quickly find those if you go to our screener, signals and filters, trends, short-term trend up, medium-term trend up, at a minimum these two, and some market cap, perhaps minimum market cap of 100 million. You could also look at those coins that have a bullish momentum. Doing that, you can go to oscillators and either do a bullish MACD crossover. So MACD is a buy. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Again, Luna, Rose, these are familiar names, Syscoin and so forth. Or if they're not if they don't have a MACD bullish crossover, at a minimum, you could look at a bullish MACD histogram directionally, at least. So we could say MACD histogram is up in the last two intervals, right? Now we're down to 6 items, so stick to those coins that are in an uptrend. Trend is your friend. Trading with a trend is certainly a half to success, and so I would certainly stick to that strategy. Lastly, I wanted to mention a few interesting patterns. So on the curated chart section that we have here, this is our own in-house technical analysis of coins, about top 40 or so coins. And there's still some bullish setups. And I wanted to talk about some descending triangles that I've been noticing more frequently during this consolidation and correction that we've seen in the last couple of months. We see descending triangles forming here in the case of Decentraland, another one in case of the Sandbox, another one in case of Enjin coin. Interestingly, all three of them are related to Metaverse. Another descending triangle for Theta. So let's take a look at Enjin coin. So here we have obviously a very clear descending triangle where the triangle resistance trend line is connecting the lower highs, while every time the price dipped to about that $2 level, it has bounced, but the bounces have been shallower and shallower. Nevertheless, that has formed a descending triangle pattern, which, by the way, is reaching the pinnacle. We're really at the tip of that triangle now, and we're looking at a breakout either way very soon. Now, which way will it break? It's not something that we try to predict. Descending triangles can really break in either direction. More often than not, they break in the direction of an existing direction. So in this case, this is a downtrend, so it's probably a bigger chance that it will break to the downside, but it could very well break to the upside as well. And so we just want to wait and see. In this case, I'd say a breakout, a bullish breakout, would be to the upside and through the $2.50 resistance level. That to me would be a very bullish breakout. And so what I would do in your case is to create an alert for price crossing over 250, and that would be, for me, that would be a bullish breakout. Or you could also create a price alert for when it breaks below. So to do that, we go to the screener, create a very simple filter that says I'm interested in getting alerts on Enjin coin, and I want to be notified when the value, the last price crosses above 250. And here, when you click on the alert icon, you can create the alert then. All right. Now, let's go back to curated charts, look at a couple of the other setups here. Also descending triangles that we can see in Decentraland, right? Also very similar. It had a big run, obviously, when Metaverse was hot back in November, and now it's been gradually correcting and consolidating just above that $2.50 level. In this case is the support level. So for me, a breakout would have to be with price breaking above the $3 level and some change to make a higher high. So that's what we are waiting for here. Looks like another imminent breakout out of descending triangle coming very soon. For Mana Sandbox, I expect to see something very similar as well, right? Another descending triangle. In this case, the support trend line of the triangle is at $4, and so this triangle is not as narrowing down or converging as closely just yet as the other two were, but again, something to keep an eye on and perhaps create some alerts for potential breakouts. And the last one that we saw here was Theta, another descending triangle, right? In this case, huge base of the triangle. And by the way, the rule of the thumb is that when there is a breakout, the price is expected to move by as much as the base of the triangle. In this case, the base is huge. So the moves out of breakouts from these patterns can be quite significant. Obviously not overnight, but over the course of the next month or so. And so here in this case for theta, we have a descending triangle that has a support trend line around 350, and also is very close to the pinnacle here, so we could see a breakout. In this case, I'd say a bullish breakout would be if it breaks above the $4.75 resistance zone. So another good place to create an alert for yourself. All right, everyone. I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, email us at invest@altfins.com, and good luck trading.